Brooke, Lierman, it's all about you today. You got legal mail coming. So this is a prelude to a kiss. All right? The world is watching Baltimore, and I'm going to give them something to see. We're talking about mass incarceration in America, the money you make off black bodies. Racism don't work without black cooperation. Speaker Jones had this. Brooke, we talked at the beginning of your campaign. Johnny Oleski asked for a federal investigation. Mikulski been sitting on this since she sat in that seat. That's your elected officials. Bill Henry and his father had this evidence as well. Right here. That's my parole and probation. Right here. And that's my son Philip. We talking about Hickey. We talking about Master Gilbert and the money you make off black bodies. 12 and up. Juvenile justice system. That's Dana Moore. She got this. That's Pam Woods. She got this. Work for the Baltimore Orioles. I work for the Ravens. Kai Jackson said, tell my story. And this is my story. That's 92.2Q. Franksky, the Big Fat Morning Show. You feel me? And that's Julia Lassan. I'm a political prisoner living in exile in my own country. And our own media won't say nothing about it. Right here. Mr. Davis, please allow 30 to 60 days. That's Kerry Coghlan, President Obama. The movie's about Baltimore. That's the controller. Governor Schaefer. All right? And we're talking about Scott Shellenberger. Been to Annapolis. The Maryland Black Caucus got this. So I put it in a book. This is worth $250 million. I gave you Jim Crow, Scott Shellenberger, Marilyn Mosby, white supremacy, prosecutorial discretion, malice prosecution, retaliatory prosecution. I gave you the Democratic Party, and I broke you down as a criminal enterprise. I gave you the judges. You feel me? I gave you the judges. I'm a whistleblower. And I want to testify in front of the House Judiciary, the Senate Judiciary. I want to testify, and it won't be in church. It's a Rob Fix production. That's my Community Verizon Award. You feel me? That's my FBI tape. That's Mayor Pugh and Jack Young. That's a breakdown of the criminal enterprise. That's Governor O'Malley and Lieutenant Governor Brown, State Circle. That's your media. All right? Like I said, I put it all in a book. Maryland's prison industry. We traded a penitentiary for the plantation, cotton for cocaine, and you made our community the cash crop. The new face of old Jim Crow. Freedom is almost perfected. Just a few more laws, regulations, and cages. I went home on vacation and came back on probation. Marilyn Mosby got my evidence. Marilyn Mosby, Ivan Bates, Jessamy, Sheila Dixon, the Maryland Black Caucus. Yeah. Kai Jackson said, tell my story. This is my truth. On February the 6th, I was going home to bury my mother. This is my family. All of my family members are testifying. This is me from the 80s. 1985. Territorial drug disputes, shootouts, all that shit that y'all talking about today. I did it in the 80s. I went from Baltimore's worst to Baltimore's best, and I did it in 11 years. Art and activism. And I'm not alone. These are the supporters of Shorties. And that's Governor Hogan. That's my lawyer, John Bailey and Karen Levy. And that's a movie release. Making a movie about your prison industry. That's Delegate Sheila Roof. And that's Mike Tyson and my grandmama. Mike said, Type, knock you out. Mike said, knock you out. That's Mayor Brandon Scott and Mayor Jack Young. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. Mayor Brandon Scott holding that evidence. That's called a co-conspirator. Everything that Brandon Scott got since he sat in office, we're going to talk about. Letters Design is a movie. You can Google search it. You feel me? Google it. So, Brooke Lierman, I need an audit. Right here is the Maryland Controller. Criminal charges. Audit and criminal charges. It says right here, Police Department, and I did that. Commissioner Harrison got this. Commissioner Worley got this. Mayor Brandon Scott got it, and I did it in front of everybody so everybody saw me. That's Detective Gauze. All right, and we talk about kidnapping. Action of abducting someone and holding them captive. Recent kidnapping. Dutch journalist, industrialist. All right? I gave you a yellow envelope when you attended the meet and greet. Like I said, RICO Act, criminal charges. Y'all got to do that. All right? That's the RICO Act. Eric Barron got this. Ivan Bates got this. Y'all protecting the Democratic Party. See right there? Part 2, corruption, racketeering, and fraud. The courts, protected by Baltimore City Police. Eric Barron, Judge Karen, Sheriff Cogan, Governor Westmore, Attorney General Anthony Brown, Speaker Jones, Speaker Ferguson. I exhausted all of my remedies under the law. You feel me? It's Operation Greylord. I'm a whistleblower. And y'all got to act on this information. That's Governor Westmore, Kwesi and Fume, Ben Cardins, Eric Barron, Speaker Jones, Mayor Brandon Scott, County Executive Johnny Oleski, and President Biden. And Commissioner Harrison got this. Right there, subpoena, Baltimore, pilot towing. That's my lawyer, Jerome Joyce. If you are liable and body attachment and a fire or failure to obey the subpoena. Nobody never got charged. That's a legal notice. All right? That's Fox 45, Baltimore Sun, Brent Jones, ABC, and that's Charles Gibson, World News Tonight, Shorty documentary. That's the Supreme Court of the United States, 2007. All right? Article 3 of the Constitution. That's a writ of certiorari, a meritorious case. That's a motion hearing. I never got that hearing neither. That was about $54 million. Bank of America, SunTrust Bank. Yeah, all y'all got this. Judge Marcella Holland got this. I own Shorty's. I'm the chairman, the president, the treasurer, and the secretary. See that? Shorty's Underground Ribs, Underground Railroad. See that? 2009, 1402 Lochner, the office of President Obama. You feel me? The office of President Obama. So where's the investigation? These are the criminal charges against Scott Shellenberger. All right? I criminally charged Scott Shellenberger, and y'all ain't did nothing about it. That's Baltimore. Rewired, the money behind the machine. Welcome to the shit show. Like I said, I've been to Annapolis. I've been to the 4th floor. That's Lake County, Illinois. In my hand, that was a $2.5 billion class action lawsuit. I'm an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. All right, honorably discharged veteran. It's Veterans Day. I took an oath to defend my country against all terrorists, foreign and domestic. Baltimore City, Baltimore County are domestic terrorists. Izzy, you stand for Israel? I'm not a Palestinian. I'm an American. I serve my country. Izzy. Mayor Brandon Scott, Commissioner Worley, Chief McCullough. It's the great race debate. That's Barbara Mikulski, 2009. You feel me? Y'all took that. Y'all took this too. So y'all gonna take this truth. I'm an inmate. I'm a whistleblower on the courts and corruption in the courts. Housing. That's me and the HUD director. And like I said, that's Lake County. That's Baltimore. That's the real news. Jassel. Yeah, Jassel Noor. That's my producer. That's Mayor Pugh. And that's me. 2011. Y'all kidnapped me. And y'all laughed about it. That's the truck you took. The truck was worth $6,000. The contents of the vehicle was worth $250 million. I filed my intent to sue. And you see who it is? So this is the cover-up crew. All right, that's Bilal. That's Dent. That's Hardin. You see who's in the room? These are the people in the room. You see who he is? That's Governor Glendenning. And that's the Department of Justice, Mr. Hardin. Whistleblower, Scott Shellenberger, criminal charges. That's the Sousa. That's WBAL, Tim Tennyson. See who he is? That's Stephen Janis, Fox 45, whistleblower, exposing the political corruption, Fox 45. That's Aisha Khan. We got campaign financing violations. She never paid me. That's Governor Schaefer. He came to my store. That's Scott Shellenberger, and that's Mr. Hardin from the Department of Justice. That's Doug Gansler and his son. I'm not Emmett Till. I want justice. I'm not Emmett Till. I want a trial. I'm not Emmett Till. I'm a free black man. I'm not a Palestinian. I'm a black American, and we talking about justice.